You can use any editor you want for this course, but I'm going to be using VS Code because it's free and it has a bunch of different extensions which are going to make our lives easier. So if you want to have the same setup as me, then follow along. So you want to go to code.visualstudio.com and just download it. And if you're on Windows, you might need to run an installer, but on a Mac, it'll give you a zip file with an app that you can just drag into the applications folder. So I'm just going to get the applications folder and drag this app into there. And we should now be able to launch it. Click on open. And we can now see the default installation of VS Code. And I'm just going to drag a Vue project into this just to demonstrate some of the extensions that we're going to be using, although you don't need to do this. But if you do have a Vue project handy, just drag it in. So I'm going to drag in this Vue test app, which is basically just the default Vue app built with the latest build tool with Vite that we're going to be using later on. I'm going to click on trust and then yes. And then I'm just going to enlarge this a bit and zoom in by pressing Command and plus, although the shortcut might be different on Windows. And let's install some extensions. So we want to click on this button here with these little squares. This is the extension store, and the first two extensions are an icon theme and an overall theme, which will just make the app look a bit prettier, but these are just entirely optional. So you want to search for material icon theme, and we want this one here. Click on install, and then we want to choose material icon theme from this drop down. And now if we go back to the Explorer, you'll see that in our Explorer here we have these beautiful icons for all our different kinds of files, such as this nice little Vue icon for Vue components. Let's jump back to the extension store, and I'm going to search for make apps theme. And this is the theme that I use, but this is entirely optional. So I'm going to click on that and click install. And choose make apps theme from the drop down. This is a relaxed, easy on the eyes theme with nice gentle syntax highlighting, as you can see here. But if you don't like this theme, then there's a website where you can browse all the different themes. So you want to go to VSCodeThemes.com and you can find tons of different light and dark themes here, and just pick one that you like. So I'm just going to close this and jump back to the extension store. And we're going to install an extension called Duplicate Action. So I'm just going to search for that. And it's this one here. Click on install. And what this will do is, if we jump back to our Explorer and right click on a file, we now have this option to duplicate file or directory, which is really handy when you're working on Vue apps because you often want to just duplicate a component and then modify it. And I'll jump back to the extension store again. By default, as you saw before, Vue components don't look very pretty in this editor. So we're going to fix that with the next extension. And we want to search for Vue Volar extension pack. And we need to scroll down quite a bit to find the correct one. And it's this one here by Bro Genuel. So I'm going to install that. And this has a bunch of different extensions in it. Prettier, which is a code formatter, which I'm actually going to disable because I'm not really a big fan of code formatters. Auto rename tag, which will automatically rename our tags. If we rename the opening tag, it will rename the closing tag for us. We have some JavaScript code snippets, auto close tag, which will automatically close our HTML tags, and then a bunch of others. But the main ones we want here are these two at the bottom. These are going to give us beautiful syntax highlighting, language support, and Vue snippets and stuff like that. So I'm going to install this, and that's now installed. But I'm actually going to disable some of these extensions that it's added. I'm going to clear the search field, and we can scroll through our installed extensions here. And I'm going to disable Prettier, which, by the way, I believe can interfere with the next extension that we're going to install. But you can leave it on if you prefer and see if it works for you. And I'll disable TS-lint because we're not going to be doing any TypeScript in this course. I think that's about it. So I'll click on this reload required button to reload the app. And you'll see we now have this beautiful syntax highlighting for our view components. And the last extension I'm going to install is called Split HTML attributes. When we're working on view apps, we often have elements and view components with tons of different attributes and directives and all that, click handlers, all that stuff. And these can get quite long, and we often want to put each attribute on a new line like this, which is really time consuming when you're doing it manually. But this extension will do that for us. So I'm going to search for Split HTML attributes. And it's this one with the green icon. So I'll install that, and I'm going to change the default settings for this extension. I'm going to scroll down this description to the settings section down here. This sort order option will determine the order of the attributes. So you can see we're putting more important attributes like vIf and vElse and vShow, vModel at the top, and less important attributes like class, ID further down towards the bottom. So I'm going to select this array and copy it. Then I'm going to jump to the settings cog and then extension settings. I'm going to tick this box here, which will place our closing bracket on a new line, which I prefer. And then under sort order, I'm going to click on edit in settings.json. And normally it will add this option for us, but it's not. So we're going to have to do it manually. So I'll add a comma here after this last option. Add some quotes, and we're going to type in split HTML attributes.sort order, and it's auto completed that for us. And then I'll select this array, I'll paste the one we copied from the settings page and save that. And now if we jump back to this app.view file, if I select this image tag, which is a self-closing tag, and fire the extension with Control Alt Shift and A, and by the way, you can change that keyboard shortcut if you like, you'll see it splits all of our attributes onto new lines instantly. And it will also do the reverse as well. If I select this and fire the extension again, it will put them back on a single line. And let's check that the sort order is working. So I'll add a vModel attribute at the end, my var. And hopefully if we run the extension, this vModel will be placed at the top, which it is. I'm just going to undo all of my changes here and save that. And I think this is all of the extensions I'm going to be using. And we're also going to be using the terminal a lot in VS Code. And to toggle the terminal, just press Control and backtick, and it'll pop up like that. And you can also make it disappear as well with the same shortcut. And your prompt might look a bit different, but don't worry, everything should still work. This clip was taken from my full course Vue 3 Composition API with Pinia and Vite. If you're familiar with Vue 2 and the Options API, this course will teach you everything you need to know to switch over to the Composition API. Grab the full course with my discount at dannys.link/composition API, or you can watch almost half of the content for free here on YouTube, and I'll put that up here. And if that's not what you're seeing right now, then make sure you subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss that.